Yep.
Conflicting messages from New York officials. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio pushing back on Governor Andrew Cuomo's threat to shut down the city again as residents gather on city blocks without masks, not observing social distancing measures. This, as one group, is calling on the governor to ease restrictions for graduation ceremonies. Here now is Margaret Marchand, New Yorkers for Live Graduation's co-founder. She is also a member of the Locust Valley Board of Education. Thank you so much for joining us. What kind of a response have you gotten so far? And the graduations haven't happened yet. They're still coming up.
Right. Thank you so much, Melissa, for having me on. Yes. So the high school graduations for most of the state of New York are going to start beginning within the next few days. And the response that we've gotten has been unprecedented. We started this group last week with a group of parents from Locust Valley High School, but this isn't an issue that is just specific to Locust Valley. It's really become a statewide movement and effort, and we disagree completely with Governor Cuomo's arbitrary numbers on capacity limits for graduation, as well as we feel that he is violating the First Amendment rights of the entire class of 2020 statewide by not allowing them to assemble peacefully and really experience one of the most monumental milestones of anybody's life.
So he's capped it at 150 people, which, I mean, it's hard to find a graduating class plus anyone who might want to be there, their parents, family, anything, a gathering that small. I mean, how has he responded? What if you say, well, what if they wear masks? What if we do it outside and we spread out the seats? None of that works?
So to be clear, the 150 cap actually starts June 26th. Up until then, we are allowed to do virtual, drive-in, or drive-through. And even in a drive-in movie theater setting, he still wants the cars 6 feet apart, even though the people weren't leaving the cars. Most of the districts statewide have a Plan A, Plan B, Plan C. And the Plan A was not... It was outdoor live, but it was not our traditional, what everyone is used to. Social distancing guidelines were being strictly adhered, and all of the graduation ceremonies were going to be outdoors. He has enabled pretty much the entire state from doing that. So, but I just want to be clear, we were, and almost every district that I've spoken to, everybody is adhering to the social distancing guidelines.
Yeah. I know that you try and discourage people from making the comparison to the protests. But that is the first one that jumps to everyone's minds when you see, you know, Mayor de Blasio or you see Governor Cuomo supporting the protests, which are, you know, kind of a negative thing, versus this celebration, and you're not allowed to do that.
Well, we did. We made a very conscious effort because we believe in everybody's right for peaceful assembly. And we feel that the protesters who are peacefully assembling have the right. What we feel is there's really just an arbitrary number and bizarre restrictions being put on the graduating class because these kids work at the beaches. They're lifeguards, they're gate guards. The beaches are open without capacity limits. They work at the parks. Anybody can go to the park without a capacity limit. They work at big box stores. And on June 29th, Governor Cuomo has allowed summer camps to open. So many of these graduates can feasibly be working in any of these places, visiting any of these places, and the next day have to go and have a graduation that's inside of a car or individual or virtual. So we really, the argument really is more that our freedoms are being trampled upon, that he is not allowing the graduating class statewide to assemble and have a peaceful assembly and celebrate. And I do want to say, I watch his daily briefings, and he always talks about unity and he talks about equity. And I really find it so interesting because graduation truly is an event that is completely unifying. Right. It doesn't see anything other than the fact that somebody worked really hard to earn a degree. Right. And I believe education is the greatest equalizer, and I feel he's denying that for everybody in the state.
Very well said. Margaret Marchand, thank you. Arbitrary and random. Yes, unfair. That's a lot of the things he's been doing. Thank you for that. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.